Welcome back to Smuggle Fist Games. I'm going to be continuing my Let's Play of Shadowrun Hong Kong. This looks like the right save. Last time I did a bunch of silly voices. This time I'm going to continue reading things out, but I'm just going to read things plain. I'm not going to try and do any horrible voice acting. I want to do these in a different style because this is sort of a test to see maybe what the right format for these videos would be. And if I find that I do a better job in one way than another, I might re-record the other videos or something. Okay, so we have just won a combat here. And I think we need to look around and find our way through the docks. There's a fog of war in this game, so I can't just immediately see where to go. I'm going to walk around the edge of the explorable areas here, and it looks like we have found some points of interest. An illegal street drug made from the leaked kamikaze formula. Adds 1 body, 1 strength, 1 willpower for 5 rounds. Every time the user is attacked, strength increases. Okay, take. I'm not sure that's the kind of item that Mike Smith would use. Let's be thorough. I don't think there's anything over here, but it doesn't hurt to check. Another security checkpoint. Another gate panel. This one's been vandalized and busted up good. A real nightmare of a repair job. Lou stares at the fence, considering. Loops and whirls of razor wire glitter in the lamplight. Carter looks edged with monofilament. Corporations don't screw around. Why don't we just cut ourselves an opening? She shakes her head. Even if you could, it'd snap back on you. Ever seen a high-tension wire whip through a human body? You don't want to. Duncan nods his agreement. We aren't touching it. How about it, Carter? Think you can get the gate open? What do you think? She eyeballs the job. It'll take her a few minutes, though. Frowning, she leans in to get a closer look at the mangled fuse box. A few seconds later, she starts pulling wires and yanking fuses. A look of intense concentration on her face. I thought she was a mage. Duncan says in Cantonese, Mark. He sounds like Raymond when he does that. Let's see what reply I want to make. I'll reply in Cantonese. I thought she was a mage. She is. Carter likes to know how things work. She used to be on the bomb squad. He continues now in Cantonese. We speak only Cantonese from now on. Just like we did when we lived at Raymond's. Those endless drills are about to pay off. Think that's necessary? Could be the difference between life and death. I'll reply then in Cantonese. Got it. He nods once, satisfied, then turns his back and scans the horizon. At least you can still handle yourself in a fight. Did you doubt it? His back's still to you. Nope. The silence between you gets louder, heavier. Then it's broken by a sudden wailing screech. Wu's hand goes to his holster. The screech is replaced by the sound of grinding wheels. Glancing over to the console, you see Carter grinning back at you. Got it. Now we can leave. The light from the nearby vendor stalls stabs into your eyes, triggering a throbbing ache in the back of your skull. You stop short, squinting, as rough voices drift on the wind. The tattoo smuggler says, Where's everyone else? Where's the damned shipment? The street soldier says, Haven't seen them yet. We just got here. The voice becomes irritated. Long ways, probably waiting for us, so we can haul it out of the boat for him. That lazy bastard. Let's just hang out here. Let him find us. Carter keeps her voice low and says, Looks like we're on a stroll through Smuggler Central. That's good that I named Mike Smugglefist then. It should fit in with the theme. These gangers don't know we're here. We could probably just slip past. Or we could clip them. They're already looking for us. Might be better to take them out now while we've got the element of surprise on our side. Ambushing enemies. Oh, cool. This is a new feature in Hong Kong that wasn't previously in the Shadowrun series. While unaware hostiles are on screen, press the unholster button to enter turn-based combat mode. Okay, that's pretty simple. I guess you just get the first turn. But let's move this crate first. And what? We can... Okay, I gained one. Karma is like experience or levels, kind of all rolled into one. This is probably the way out, but I kind of want to kill these guys. They're dicks. I mean, what? Oh no, they got the jump on us! I did that really poorly. I guess I thought we had forever to ambush them, but when we got too close, they ambushed us instead. Okay, I am hurt real bad, so I'm going to use a heal spell from Carter. Heal. Oh, this white bar looks like it's our armor. So that means the street soldier, or the tattooed smuggler has armor. The street soldier doesn't, and neither does the street mage. I have this drug now. It looks like it costs 1 AP to use, though, so I'm not certain that I'll be interested in that. Medium cover, low cover, no cover. Low cover, high cover, but I don't think you can get the shot from him. He actually, no, I can't get the shot at any of these guys. But I could probably shoot at the street mage with a flank if I got over here. So, that's what I'll do. Do I have a shot? I have an excellent shot. So, I'll take it. 20 damage. Is that a one-hit kill? One-hit kill. Perfect. Now, the mage... She's not going to get into a very good position. Medium cover here is probably my safest bet. But now I have no line of sight, so I can't really do anything. I can mark a target? No, I can't even mark a target. I'll just crouch here. My turn. Get her into cover as well. This is going to be good cover. She can hide there. Yeah. I'll end my turn. He's charging up, and he misses. Okay, that's perfect. I can probably get a flank on this guy real easily. I can come down to here and get a perfect flank. But this guy is still going to be in trouble. He's not the one with armor, though. This is the one with the armor. Now, I wonder, 2 attacks in 1 action, that increases your chance of critical hit. Okay, so 0% chance of critical hit. Versus 0, so it's easy. I have to flank to get a critical hit, and I'm not going to get. This is a good spot for me. So you take 2 shots. So 2 regular shots. That might be what I end up doing. We don't have any vision. I'll probably get vision from here. So I'll do that. I now have vision, but I have a terrible chance to hit. She can increase somebody's aim and somebody's armor, or she can throw a mana ball. Attack him. This does 10 damage. Now, you know what? Armor. Aim. Who can do 2 attacks? Duncan can do 2 attacks. He's got an aim button. And now he'll use it. 8 damage. 8 damage. He's half dead. But I don't think I can possibly do enough damage to... Okay, this is medium cover. It's a good spot to be. Shot. Medium cover versus medium cover. I'll stack the damage up on him, so he'll do it. Okay, I'll miss. And from where she is located now, she can do an attack. The attack will not be able to kill him. But I don't think the armor is going to be that good either. Another, you know what, I'll do another aim buff on Smuggle. No, I can't see Smuggle, so I can't do the aim buff. Just do the regular power bolt. My turn is over. On the enemy turn, they take a shot. They're terrible. They just miss. Duncan should be able to finish pretty much everyone off right now. Or not. Now he's down to very low life. But I can just not get a good shot with him. So he'll use cover. Okay, that was not ideal, but I'll try again. get a flank, but I'm going to put myself in pretty big risk if I do. I want to be protected from him, so I'll move to here. That did not help. That was really not smart. Oh no, that... Okay, good. That he had more armor. Oh, good. Oh, goodness. Now, heal has come back up, so I can just heal that one. Duncan is really the only competent combat character I currently have. This street soldier is probably a prime target for crit. 91% chance of crit. That finishes him off right away. I have to do 13 damage here. Aim buff. I have to do 13 damage. Or he'll hurt me. He's in medium cover. I should flank him, I guess? I can flank him from here. 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 That's going to be my best thing. He's still in cover. He's almost dead. Gets another shot off. I don't think there's going to be any way that I can get him back up to full health. Yeah, and you heal your most recent wound at the end of combat, so there's really no reason to wait around at the end of combat for a heal. I think in Shadowrun Returns, if you ended combat with a wound, it just counted. And so it was in your best interest to try and get a heal off right at the end of combat. Okay, so this is our reward for winning that. Okay, a basic med kit. It's not really that great, but let's see if we need it. We're at full health. He is pretty badly hurt, so maybe Duncan will use a med kit 1 right now. Can he? Left click, right click. Okay, that's not how you do it. It's inventory. Can you? No, you've got. It says you can use them out of combat. It says you can use them out of combat. Trade. You know, it says you. It's just. I don't know what button it is to use. Oh, click here to activate. I should have realized that. So this will heal him for 10, and then he will... Okay, and I can choose who to use it on. The most basic medkit that heals you and is consumed when used can be used outside of the use. Okay, perfect. Oh, it healed for more than I thought it would. That must be your biotech skill gives you a bonus. So that combat was basically a wash. We got hurt a little bit, and then we got a healing item as our reward. And we don't have to worry about them causing us any trouble later. Although, you know, their gang is probably going to be a sort of a center. Okay, we got 60 cash from that. Their gang is probably going to be like one of the central plot villains, I imagine. I don't want to make this video too long, but I'm going to explore the area a little bit just for continuity's sake. Okay, this is that yellow dialogue marker should mean some sort of important dialogue, but I just want to make sure there's nothing over here. This is actually a pretty long road. Okay, this is going to be the end of it. So this goes nowhere. And you cannot walk behind. This is so. Yeah, you can only walk on top of this background image. You can't walk behind buildings like you can in some older isometric games. But I think that makes it pretty simple and clear. I'm going to do a quick save here. This could be like a major plot point. So I'm just going to create a new save here, but I'm going to keep going for a little longer. Husky Troll. Crossing the street, you can make out 4 shadowy figures loitering in the plaza ahead. A troll, an orc, a dwarf, and an elf. One of each, I guess. 2 men, 2 women. They're different from the smugglers on the dock. Alert, poised, professional. You can see they've made a token attempt to conceal their weapons. The unspoken message is clear. We're strapped. Mind your manners. Lou stands up tall, takes that amused tone he gets whenever he's standing toe-to-toe with someone bigger. Someone who doesn't know they're about to go down. Evening, folks. You got permits for those bazookas? The thick troll pulls his mouth into a comic frown. Permits? Give me a minute. He makes a show of patting his pockets. Nope, guess not. I must have dropped mine in a dumpster, along with the last idiot who stepped to us. Okay, so this is like a gangland setting. Wu coolly surveys the scene. Nods in a friendly fashion. Is that right? Well then. You can almost feel Wu's cop training kick in. It's like watching a drone execute a command routine. He reaches for his rifle, brings it up quick, but it's too late. By the time it hits shoulder level, an assortment of nasty-looking ordnance is already trained on his head. Carter backs him up. She whips her arms forward, fists blazing with magical fire. Her eyes sweep the scene, darting from one figure to another. All right, everyone, just be cool. The Thrick troll's voice is casual, amused. He shakes his gun in Wu's face. A little late for that, isn't it? I could raise my weapon. I could put my hands in my pocket. I could hold out. You know what? I kind of want to be diplomatic because I have never been to Hong Kong before. I mean, I guess my character is from here, but I don't know anything about the Hong Kong setting and who is in charge and what kind of repercussions this fight could have. The thick troll smiles big. Oh, I can see that. Your buddies are totally chill. Can we do something for you, officer? Wu's jaw tightens, but his tone stays cool and controlled. I'm looking for an old man, Raymond Black. We were supposed to meet him here. You know him? The troll nods his enormous head. Mm-hmm. Wu's voice gets an edge. You can see a vein in his temple start to pulse. Where is he? Carter sees it too, keeps her voice neutral. Easy, Duncan. The troll maintains amused eye contact, but his weapon stays trained on Wu. That's right. Easy, Duncan. Your friend Raymond never showed. We've been waiting for the better part of an hour. You're going to meet with Raymond? We'll ask who they are. He eyes Duncan. No one you want to mess with. The orc girl chimes in. Her tone is light. She's trying to diffuse the situation. We do odd jobs for money. So you were his... What did he want? So you were his tour guides, right? The troll's yellow-brown tusks shift into a smile again. Kinda, yeah. The old man hired us to take you all on an excursion. Wu's brow furrows. Hired you? He takes a moment and looks them over. They're an odd assortment. A cybered-up troll, an orc girl with magical fetishes, a dwarf with a cyber deck slung on her back, and a tall elf standing behind them quietly inscrutable. All with guns trained on Wu. Understanding spreads across Wu's face. His jaw tightens. You're Shadowrunners. It should have been obvious. Mm-hmm. Wu's shoulders creep up. His stance tightens. This is bullshit. Raymond would never hire Shadowrunners. They're criminals. I think we're a Shadowrunner, though. The troll corrects him. Mercenary operatives. The dwarf cuts in. Her voice is soft but strong. Criminal mercenary operatives. So yeah, you were right. Your buddy Raymond was associating with a bunch of hardened criminals. The troll tosses Wu a sideways smile while staring down the barrel of his gun. Sorry to burst your bubble, Lone Star. Guess you didn't know the old man as well as you thought, huh? Wu tries to shake it off, but he's struggling to process the information. You can feel the heat coming off him. The runners sense it too. They tense up tight. They're keyed on Duncan, and their guns are big. The looks on their faces make it clear. One wrong bead of sweat, and Wu's going down in a red mist cloud. Carter remains completely still. Her voice is level, moderate. She's done this before. Let's all stay focused. No need for this to get ugly. She speaks quietly to Wu, who listens without turning, his focus squarely on the troll. We need to find Raymond. These are the people who can help us do that. This was about money, right? She's right. Let's focus on Raymond. We really need to diffuse anger coming off of Duncan here before we try and advance the plot. You can tell the orc girls had enough of the tension. She blurts it out. The old man wanted us to take him into Kowloon Walled City. She waves a hand at the three of you. You too. Two large rats clinging to her hip and shoulder poke their heads out of the folds of her clothing. They fix their beady eyes on you intently. You know the walled city? You know what? Like I said, I don't really know the Hong Kong setting, so I want to kind of play dumbfounded and get as much exposition as I can out of these guys. No, what's the walled city? The girl rolls her eyes. It's a shithole, the worst slum in the Eastern Hemisphere. Trid clips and news stories can't do it justice. Memories of growing up in the Redmond Barrens flash through your mind. We get it. It's a real bad place. Now why would a little old man pay you to take him there? The dwarf standing next to her nods and jumps in. Wouldn't say. He mumbled a lot, too. Just kept rambling on and on about how he had to get in. Under ordinary circumstances, I never would have accepted the gig. The walled city's the last place I want to go, but the old man rolled up a truckload of Nuyen. Nuyen is the cash in the Shadowrun world, and I might not be pronouncing it correctly. And you gotta eat, right? Wu risks a glance at you. His weapon remains trained on the Shadowrunners, but a flicker of uncertainty plays across his face. Interesting story. Huh. Let's just... I mean, these guys seem pretty trustworthy. They haven't really... I kind of hope they're party members. You know, they're pretty interesting. Let's say we believe you. What now? The troll flashes you a smile. That's all tusks and no warmth. Okay, gang, I tell you what. He looks at his team as he slowly starts to lower his weapon. We're all gonna put our guns down. Oh, shit! Oh, that was not... That was... Oh, no. Carter's dead? Carter? Oh, my... Let's see who's left. We got me. This looks like the dwarf, but I can't control her. I think that's the elf and the troll, and that makes that the orc. So I hope these two guys will join my party soon. Now, where are the shots coming from? It just says stay in cover. Stay in cover. Okay, I'll move over here. Hill. And my turn. The sound of high-caliber rifle shots hangs in the air, and the red dots of laser sights sweep the area. Carter, the troll, and the silent elf lie dead in the widening pools of blood, their heads broken open like melons dropped from a 4-story building. The orc girl screams from cover, Nightjar! Nightjar, come on, big man, talk to me. Gut shot? No, no! She turns to the dwarf, her eyes wild with fear. Oh shit, this isn't good. Officer on megaphone. A voice blares out from a loudspeaker. This is the police! Lay down your weapons, put your hands behind your head, and come out where we can see you! Duncan Wu, Mark Smith, come out where we can see you. You have 3 seconds! Duncan crouches behind cover, his gaze locked on Carter's corpse. His voice comes out in hoarse roar. Stand down, damn it. I'm law enforcement! Lone Star! Lone Star! He's driven deeper into cover by a hail of gunfire. The dwarf shakes her head at him. Her voice is flat. Save your breath. They won't listen. Use your eyes. These bastards aren't here to make arrests. A sniper shot hits the wall next to her head, showering her in an explosion of plaster. We need a way out of here, now! Everyone, pipe down. Just give me a minute. The rat girl stares at the ground intently, as if listening. Then her brow furrows, her eyes go beady, and her nose wrinkles up. She begins to sway back and forth, her lips moving soundlessly. I think this orc is shamming. She snaps out of her trance. Okay, I've got a way out. It's at the end of the street. Everyone come with me. Everyone! We don't need the rent-a-cops. Got it? We're the only ones. The little orc whips her head towards her friend. Their extra firepower is, I got us an exit, but we've got to get past the heat, and we can't shoot our way out of this on our own. If nothing else, they can soak up a few extra rounds for us. She turns to you, her pupils pinpricks of intensity. Just stick to cover and keep close. There's a door down the street that leads to a back alley. That's our exit point. You fall behind, you get left behind. Okay, I am now controlling all of them, and I have some objectives here, and we're in combat still. Get everyone out alive and get out to the alley. Okay. Now, which ways? Okay, here we access point for a data jack. Huh. Is that the way we have to go? Yeah, this is the way we have to go. So we have to take these guys out. I'm really curious what's over here, but I just don't think we can check. So, who goes first? She has the ability to cast Haste, Poison, Fog, Aim, and Heal. So she's actually a mage and a shaman. She has an SMG. And this dwarf is a decker with a proximity grenade. But no deck? No, that can't be right. Customized silver gun, that's a special pistol. I got to check their stuff. Got it. She's got high charisma, like I thought. The Shy Dwarf is a decker, a mercenary decker. But she doesn't have a deck. Oh well. Overwatch. Targets an area with your current weapon. This will end your turn. An enemy who moves or attacks will. Okay, so Overwatch is. I don't think. I don't remember Overwatch, but you know it must have. Duncan is still heavy firepower, so I'm gonna give him haste. I have to do it like. But oh, she's got to stay behind me. That wasn't necessarily smart. But here's a smart proximity mine at target location. The mine will explode when the hostiles enter the area. I need her to get a shot. She's got to get off the shot. So she's not the top. Duncan is the one I really want to get a shot on. They're in heavy cover though, so I have to stick to heavy cover too. I'm gonna move Duncan up to there, but oh, I can't. Carter's dead. I can't. Can I mark the target? Yeah, I can. I'll mark him. And I have to get myself somewhere safe. But I think this is so the Shy Dwarf is gonna move up to here. Take a pot shot. There's no critical heavy cover, so it's just gonna take a shot. Okay, that's good. He's bleeding. I guess her special pistol does bleeding damage. And now this normal pistol is gonna go up to here. Stay totally safe. Duncan is gonna charge in. He's got a little bit of armor. And he's my heavy hitter. This is a sure thing as a shot. And my turn's over. I hope they don't have a lot of reinforcements behind them. Taking a lot of uh-oh. I don't think I'm going to be able to clear the enemies coming up behind us. I'm just going to have to outpace them. It's pretty badly flanked, though. I could get a crit off on it. Maybe with, maybe a heal. Poison fog. Poison? 28% chance. But I have a flank. This guy is going to be. He's in the open. But I need better aim. I'll take my shot first. And then I'll run ahead. She'll try and put a hurt on him. Unless he can do a better job. It takes 2 actions. Yeah, he can do a better job. This should just eviscerate him right off. Yep. He's just down. He's in a pretty safe spot here, so either of these he can really take out. Wait, she hasn't used up her turn yet. Neither of these shots are very good. Almost a sure kill, but I don't know if I want to. Yeah, that's got to cool down. I'll just take that shot. Okay, that wasn't smart. That wasn't smart. Her to yeah, that's probably for the best. No, she's not gonna be as effective. Finish someone off almost for sure here. Do I want to use the cooldown? Okay, he's down. Enemy turn. They missed. Okay, we got him charge ahead here. Charge ahead. To where? To here. He's over here. Get him across the street for the flank. How much health is this guy? I think I have the biotech to tell on my own guy, yeah. 12. This can only do 12 damage on a crit. What's my chance to crit? 50% chance to crit. go for it. He's down. Now I really want to get myself out of the available deck so we can deck fast. Shy Dwarf's inventory contains... No, she doesn't have a deck. Mini grenade launcher is equipped. Wow. Oh my goodness, I should have used that. Fire's mission. So I'm the only one who can deck is me, right? Do I have the deck? Yeah, I've got the basic deck. So I'm going to charge ahead and try and use that to access his access. But I'm going to stick to the heavy cover. Oh no, wait. I can just flex it down right there. This combat has been going on a really long... Okay, decking, deactivate the drones. Drone control, send down remote. You know what? Just going to deactivate the drones. No one has drone control. Police drones. That was... Okay, I didn't even know there were police drones. Now, does my Shy Dwarf actually have the ability to have taken control of that? No, she has no drone control. Now, we're just going to try and rush through the rest of this, I think. But I don't want to leave anyone behind. Aim buff for anyone who can receive it, really. Duncan and Shy. I could have overwatched her. I forgot about overwatch her. Shy Dwarf. Mini grenade launcher. Wow, this is pretty powerful. But there's no way she can hit from where she is. She's just way too far off. It only uses 1 AP. That's pretty interesting. Duncan's haste is down. He can get re-hasted though by... I think it pays for itself. You get more AP on one character to choose. Try and mark someone for death. Oh, those are the drones. They're deactivated. Conjurer, guard. Conjurer is going to be more trouble long term. I'm in light cover here, so I have to find heavy cover first. Heavy cover. Duncan will move up and maybe I can take his hit. That's heavy. Conjurer is much more dangerous. I mean, just because I don't know what happens. They are not taking as much damage. Okay, he should be safe there in heavy cover. My Shy Dwarf. No real safe location for her. But she shots her. She's not worth it. She'll just put herself in a little bit of risk. Oh wow, that was amazing. She missed and it still did damage. That is a really good weapon. Okay. Duncan is still close to us. Dwarf. There's really no safe location for her. I can only get one more shot with this off. But I can get this aim off on her. Should improve her chances. Yeah, she's totally not smart. Mark target on... Got my health left on her. I've got to get Duncan to kill this guy. Heavy cover anywhere up here? Shots are decent from here. Just regular shots. Okay, that was the main threat. I think we've got this in the bag now. think while that's not in cover, it should block line of sight entirely. Could have used her action point to reload. Duncan should be able to get a flank from here. No flank. Wasn't smart. I gotta go for the mark again. But I'm not. I can move to Duncan's old spot. Go for the mark. I should now be able to link a hit. Yes, this should work. He's bleeding. Two shots. Needs healing. Oh, she heals 4 per round. Wow. And this must be why? This green stuff? I have no idea. Okay, I think we have won this level. So I'm just gonna have Duncan's. Everyone's wounds will be healed at the end of battle, so there's no reason to worry about that. I keep forgetting about that. It's actually really convenient that everyone gets a heal at the end of the battle. We should run everyone up. I want to get this over with now. I don't think there's any left in the area. Fine. I could maybe kill the drones, but the way experience works in this, when you advance the plot in some significant way, you just get a level up point to spend. There's no grinding of, oh goodness. Oh, that was real bad. Everyone just got hurt a lot. Guys, can he escape? Can everyone escape though? Not everyone. Let's just get everyone to a safe location. Everyone needs to be safe. She'll reload. She is in serious danger, so she should heal. She's got to move up to there and heal yourself. Gotta get him. Okay, that's the same spot. Everyone's just gonna be able to flee on this turn, so I don't need to take any chances here. But I might as well take a shot on. I think the captain is the sniper. Uh-oh. Okay, we're surrounded, but I think on this turn we can end the entire level. Should be safe. We should. If everyone can make it this turn. Uh-oh, she can't make it. She can. Yeah, she can. Escape. She's pretty healthy. I think that means that I can escape, so I'm just going to test it. Okay, everyone's escaping. So I hope we all get the wound heal. But this might be at the end of the tutorial, so we might get like a base like you do in the first game. I'm really looking forward to the opportunity to save, though. Okay, the rat shaman guides you from the doorway on the street through an eternity of winding alleys, damp sub-basements, and empty buildings. Stumbling through refuse and filth, you make your way into the sewers below Victoria Harbor. It reeks down here, but it's quiet. Gobbet stops, sniffs, and wipes her eyes with the back of her wrist. Her rats squeak softly in the folds of her clothing. The dwarf watches her silently for a moment, then moves closer and gently takes her hand. In the dim light of the sewer, you can see they're nearly the same age, no more than 20. 21 tops. What were their names? I have to ask them if they need a rest. I'm kind of the good guy, so. The two women exchange a glance. No, we're good. Gobbet looks back the way you came. I think we've shaken them. She sniffs the air. Yeah, we're clear. Wu begins pacing, his boots splashing in the sewer water, creating echoes down the tunnel. You can feel the tension coming off him in waves. This is bullshit! I'm done messing around in alleys and sewers. I'm done running from the cops. He pokes a thumb at his chest and spits his anger forth in a raspy growl. For fuck's sake, I am a cop! We noticed. There's a Lone Star Sergeant dead back there. Damn it! She was... Wu starts to choke up. He struggles against it, fighting to maintain control, but he needs a minute to recover. He finally manages to pull it together, but he's raw. When he speaks again, his voice is seething and hoarse. I don't know what the hell's going on with the Hong Kong cops, but I'm calling in some Lone Star backup from home. I'm going to get some of my own people down here. Then we're going to find Raymond and figure out what the hell is going on. The little orc shrugs. Whatever you say, big guy. Have fun with that. She looks over at her friend. They both nod. Iz and I are out of here. Best of luck finding your friend. Your people died in the hail of sniper fire. You're not going to do anything about it? Best of luck, that's it. He's not our friend. I want Gobbet on our team. Of course we're going to do something about it. In fact, we're going to do two things. Run and hide. Look, we got you to safety, but now we are done with this shit. We don't intend to die for you. Wu isn't listening. You can see on his face that he's already written the orc girl off. He pulls his security-grade PDA from its holster on its left leg, raises it, and starts tapping the buttons with a meaty finger. The Lone Star logo on the back of the device looks shiny and official. He stops, confused, and then taps it again harder. The red flashing image on the PDA reflects in his goggles. What the hell? I'm locked out of the network! He looks up at you. My law enforcement status has been revoked. He goes back to the screen. I don't believe it! This is saying there's an APB out on us, Mark! You and me both! I figured as much. You heard them on the loudspeaker. They knew our names. This is bullshit. How do they know who we are? Wu grits his teeth. I don't know. I don't get it. Wu glares at the wall. A storm raging across his face. Fucking hell. His hand clenches into a fist around his PDA. This just keeps getting worse. He leans forward as if to punch the wall, his knuckles rapping against it softly, a pantomime of barely constrained rage. Suddenly, he turns and flings his PDA at the far wall. It hit hard. Bounces back, clatters to the ground at his feet. He looks down at it, spent. The orc mouths an okay to herself, eyebrows raised. And on that note, I think it's time for us to say goodbye. Come on, Isobel. She's cut off by a sudden smashing noise as her friend's boot comes crashing down on the PDA at Wu's feet. The dwarf looks down at her work unsatisfied and brings her boot down again and again and again until there's nothing left but a snarl of plastic housing, broken glass, and circuit board. She looks up at Wu, her chest heaving, and points at the pile of scrap she's created. Police issued. They can trace you through that. She turns to you, hand out. Yours too, it's on the network. I'm going to smash it myself. You crush the PDA to shards under your foot while Isobel looks on blankly. Good. She looks over at Gobbet, sighs, then reaches into her jacket pocket, pulling out two new PDAs. She hands them to you and Duncan. Burners. I suppose that's the least we could do after your help back there. Thanks. Your people always keep a supply of burners in your pocket? Got any snack? Nah. Thanks. Now what? Now we get out of this sewer and head our separate ways. Right, Iz? Isobel isn't listening. She is staring open-mouthed at her own PDA, its bluish glow illuminating her horrified expression. Gobbet, we gotta go right now! Isobel's voice is monotone but empathetic. Okay. She holds up her PDA to show her friend. They're after us, too. Her screen displays a local newscast. Your own face stares back at you from the upper left corner of the screen. Newscaster. And in breaking news, just under an hour ago, Hong Kong port authorities were involved in firefight with members of the terrorist cell linked to the mainland city-state of Henan. The battle left 3 terrorists dead, along with an unconfirmed number of Hong Kong police officers. Your image winks out, replaced by a scowling image of Duncan Wu, a mugshot from a long time ago, before Raymond. Our sources report that Seattle natives Duncan Wu and Mark Smith, along with their Hong Kong-based accomplices, are still at large. They are well-armed and should be considered extremely dangerous. Low-res photographs of Gobbet and Isobel pop up on screen, replacing Duncan Wu. The color drains out of Gobbet's face. Oh shit! Kowloon officials report that the terrorist cell known as the White Star maintains ties to the state of Henan and is purported to be receiving weapons and funding from anti-corporate groups in the UCAS city-state of Seattle. Port authorities are standing on high alert, and the Hong Kong Police Force's Special Duties Unit has been engaged to deal with the threat. We go live now to Chief Inspector Crayett of the Special Duties Unit, who will be making a statement. Behind the newscaster, a video window displays the location of your firefight in Victoria Harbor. The camera pans to Chief Inspector Crayett. She is surrounded by a swarm of news reporters, but appears unfazed by the attention. She speaks with supreme confidence. We have yet to ascertain the motive for tonight's attack, but it was clearly a well-planned and coordinated effort. Crate sounds smooth, more like a corporate mouthpiece than a cop. We have already issued an all-points bulletin along with a kill or capture order for the 4 remaining terrorists, and I have instructed the Special Duties Unit to make this manhunt a top priority. She looks directly into the camera. If you should see one or more of these individuals, do not attempt to engage them. Instead, tap in the HKPF flash code at the bottom of the screen. If you're on an authorized network and take a picture, our system will automatically identify them in your data stream. The Decker switches off the newscast and clips her PDA back onto her belt. For a moment, there's no sound, but the roar of sewer water rushing through the pipes. Gobbet bends over, hands on her knees, sucking wind. Her rats scurry for a new position. I thought we were fucked before. Wu's voice is eerily calm, but now we are well and truly fucked. Doesn't look good, does it? His mouth tightens. Not at all. He begins stalking back and forth, a panther in a cage. They've labeled us terrorists, and there's an APB out on us. I've heard this kind of announcement before. I know what comes with it. It doesn't matter if we have nothing to do with whatever city-state. They're going to hunt us down. It's open season. Isobel nudges the remains of Wu's PDA with her booted toe, and the 2 of us will be hunted right down alongside you. Gobbet wide eyes the exit. Tight as a spring, you can hear shallow panting as she leans towards one, then the other. We gotta go deep, hit the mainland for a while until we can figure this out, find a hole to crawl into. Gobbet looks at Isobel, wipes her mouth, and points at you and Duncan. We've gotta get them off the grid too. Way off. The dwarf looks up at Duncan and her large eyes narrow. Hey, Lone Star, you've got a security license, right? That means you've got a SIN too. Wu's brow furrows. Of course I have a SIN. I wouldn't be able to get paid otherwise. Only criminals and lowlifes go sinless. She runs her hands along her cyberdeck, thinking. That means that you can be traced, both of you. You get spotted by a drone or a security camera, get ID'd by a retinal scanner, or try and use your cred stick or passport, and the HKPF will know just where to find you. Wu crosses his arms across his chest. I know how a system identification number works, runner. See, now, if I had leveled up in Etiquette Shadowrunner, I would be able to say this, and that would be cool, because it would show that I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I guess that's the case. Gobbet pulls at her dreadlocks. We're just as screwed as you are. Me and Iz, we are listed as your accomplices. And we can't afford for you to get caught. You'll lead them to us one way or another. DNA samples, things we've told you, astral residue, I don't know, cop stuff. The little Decker looks from you to Wu, eyes narrowed, sizing you up. You can see her make a silent decision before she speaks. Her voice is flat, resigned. We need to get your sins burned. Delete you from the record books. All of them. All of them? Wait a minute, you want us to just erase our identities? Wu rubs a hand across his scalp. Beyond the fact that that's insane, will that even work? If we burn our sins, go off the grid like that, won't they just redouble their efforts to find us? Condensation seeps its way into Isabel's dry tongue. Imagine playing a game of hide and seek with a siren strapped to your head. Would you rather try and hide with the siren, or with the siren conspicuously absent? Deleting our identities across the entire matrix sounds hard. This is bullshit. I'm going to find a way to smuggle myself back to Seattle. You know what? We got to get on with it. This is the plot. Gobbet's voice drops. We got to ask for help. There's only one person we know who has the kind of pull it takes to burn a sin and hide us from the cops. Kindly Cheng. Who's Kindly Cheng? Some sort of super decker? No, Kindly's no decker. She's what's known as a straw sandal. Kind of a middle manager for the Yellow Lotus Syndicate, their triad. Kindly Cheng controls all the illegal activity in our neighborhood. Smuggling, bootlegging, counterfeiting. Middle manager. Sounds like my kind of scum. This is no joke. Kindly Cheng controls a good-sized portion of Kowloon's underworld. She has soldiers, resources, she's smart, and she is not to be underestimated. Isobel's voice is hollow and flat. Taking favors from a woman like Kindly Cheng is a good way to get yourself into indentured servitude. You don't want to owe favors to a woman like that. Her eyes get big, round. Ideally, you don't want to deal with her at all. That was Nightjar's job. We've only met once or twice. Nightjar was the one who worked with her. Like I said, she's got her fingers in everything, including brokering Shadowruns for the cops. Kindly Cheng is our fixer. Gobbet tries to make her voice light, confident. Just stay on her good side and you'll have nothing to worry about. Now let's get this done before one of you trips the APB and brings all hell down upon us. Okay, I really need to save. Okay, I can save the game. I cannot save the game here? Uh-oh. Okay. I guess we just have to get out of this level? Go to here, maybe? Yeah, this is the only thing in the level. I really would like to save, though. No saving. Okay. My mind. Okay. Subway system. That's probably the travel hub, I guess. We should be able to save once we load the sub... Okay. Sinless. You scramble up a ladder and through an access way where the sewer system spits you out into the Hong Kong Mass Transit Railway System, the MTR. Crossing the rails, you climb up to the platform and into the station. Above you is Haoi, where the Rat Shaman and the Little Decker plan to plead your case to Kindly Cheng, the one woman they know who can help you get underground and off the grid fast. But there will be a price. Cheng is a triad bass whose favors tend to come with strings attached. The sounds of the waterfront at night leak down from the stairway to the surface. Peering up the steps, you can catch a glimpse of the night sky, overcast and low. Game's autosaved. Okay, so I should be able to, as soon as we load the next area. Okay, the sewers deposit you into a series of mechanical access ways that eventually link into a system of railway tunnels. Gobbet leads you through 5 or 6 magnetically sealed doors and across several sets of electrified tracks until she indicates you've reached your destination. She holds up her hand, indicates the surrounding platform. This is the MTR station for Highway. Once you go up those stairs, you'll be in our neighborhood. Kindly Cheng runs her operation out of a mahjong parlor. They're called the Swift Winds. Wu rips off his goggles. There's an APB out on us. How do you expect us to get into the Swift Winds place without taking a bullet? Hawaii is a well-known protected area. Kindly Cheng sees to that. It's a shadow community. Smugglers, hijackers, black marketeers, you get the idea. Cops tend to give the place a wide berth. Isabel gives a shallow nod. Her gaze remains planted on the floor. Police cameras don't last long here. Between the smog and the cloud cover, we shouldn't have to worry about drone surveillance either. The HKPF won't find you. Not if you follow our lead. Gobbet widens her stance, puts her hands on her hips. Now here's how this is gonna work. You can't get an audience with Cheng until we secure you an invitation, so me and Iz will go on ahead to pay our respects. Then we'll request that she see you politely. An audience. What is she, a queen? Her arms crossed and her eyebrows raised high. As far as you're concerned, yeah, she's queen of Kowloon. Gobbet holds up a hand. One more thing. Kindly Cheng is a dangerous woman. She may seem friendly, but don't let your guard drop. Whatever you do not disrespect her. Got it. She drops her hands, nods to the three of you. That's it. We'll go on ahead and smooth the way. Just give us a few minutes. Head start. And don't talk to anyone. What if a local recognizes us from the news broadcast? Gobbet smirks and shakes her head, knowing how it calls the cops. Doing that around here is a quick way to get dead. How do we know you're not just going to bolt on us? She squints at you, confused. Because we need your sins burned as badly as you do, and we need to figure a way out of this shit, or we're all dead. Plus, we could use the muscle right now. Her voice turns sheepish. Just saying. She quickly turns away. See you at the mahjong parlor. Okay, I hope that we're free now. Oh, one more thing. The Shadowrunner's footsteps quickly fall away, and then you're alone with Wu. He grunts something back, and unintelligible begins panther stalking back and forth again. Boot prints of sewer water and muck marking his path on the subway platform behind him. Minutes pass. Wu stops his pacing and runs both hands over his face, groaning a sound of anxiety and disgust. It dissipates as he stands there silently, his hands covering his face and his shoulders shaking with emotion. Then he begins to laugh. Ha 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 ha! It's a laugh that comes from deep down, from a place where fear and frustration and impotence swirl. But the barrier holds. Wu focuses, taking control of his breathing, and his laughter begins to slow. He becomes himself again. Oh my god, Mark. An aftershock of laughter shudders through him. Are you fucking kidding me? What the hell are we doing here? How did we get into this? He drops his hands and turns to you, shaking his head in disbelief. I think I'm gonna lose it. Bullshit, you're a rock. He exhales hard and nods his head over and over. I'm trying to maintain. Seriously, I am, but... Carter is dead, Mark. They fucking ended her. He puts a hand to his forehead. I don't know what I'm going to do now. Just focus on finding Raymond. Sounds like she was more than just your partner. He turns to you with a blank face. More than just a partner? Of course she was. And then he gets it and his hackles raise. She was my training officer, you idiot. My mentor. Wu waves you off with a gnarled hand. Carter was my partner. She had my back. Do you get how important that is? What it means to lose that? When you're out there on the streets facing down a food riot, you need to know someone's looking out for you. That you're standing next to someone you can depend on. That was Carter. His shoulders slump and he exhales heavily. And she was like my compass, or anchor, or some shit. She kept me, I don't know, sane. Sounds like a good woman. Don't patronize me, Mark. He steps back, sucking in a deep breath. Screw it! Whatever she was, I'm throwing her down the memory hole. You know why? He snarls, spits. Because it doesn't matter now. Because we're gonna burn our sins, Mark. Jesus Christ. You get what that means? The moment we do that, we're dead. To all the world, we're dead. We're wiped clean. He counts it off on his fingers. Raymond, the house we grew up in, my career, Carter, all gone. No home, no money, no identity, nothing. He waves his hands, brushes it all away. We will be nobody. We were street kids, Duncan. We're used to being nobody. Just chill. Chill? Who the fuck are you telling me to chill after what just happened? And you aren't losing what I'm about to lose either. Our paths went in different directions a long time ago. Wu's neck cranes forward, his lower jaw thrust out ahead of him. You left me behind. God damn it, you left me behind. You left me behind. Memories flash bright. Suddenly you're back 8 years ago on the street outside of Raymond's house. Just you and Wu, the middle of the night. Okay, this is going to be a flashback scene. I really hope we can do a save. I guess not. Maybe we can save in the middle of a conversation? No, definitely not. Young Duncan says, you can't just leave like this, Mark. What am I going to say to Raymond? You know how he is. Sorry, man. Gotta go. Seriously, that's it? What is so important that you have to run out now in the middle of the night without even telling Raymond why? He's distraught. You can see it in his face. You hear it in his voice. He used to be lost without you. Truth is a job. Truth. I've got a friend in a bind, Duncan. That's all I can say about it. I have to go help. This is the kind of thing stereotypical good guy Mark Smith would say. His eyes widen. I thought I knew all your friends. He shakes his head. I don't like this, Mark. It sounds like the kind of shit we said we'd leave behind. Look, whatever's going on, I can tell you one thing. Raymond will not approve. I know. Why do you think I've been sneaking out? Yeah. Back before the weekend. You remember the look on Duncan's face as you walked away. The events that followed were a blur, one that you don't care to remember. 3 days later, you were behind bars in a private corporate prison. No interrogation, no charges, no appeal. Years later, some corporation bought some other corporation, and the new board of directors pushed through some sort of reform agenda, and the higher-ups gave an order, and then you were out with a few $100 million to your name and one scary as hell non-disclosure agreement ensuring your silence. Not that it mattered to anyone. You were starting fresh, determined. Until Raymond tracked you down, left you that voicemail, brought you to Hong Kong, and back together with Duncan Wu. Back in the present, you realize that Wu's been staring at you. Now let's hear it. Where the hell have you been all this time? Why didn't you contact me? At least tell me you are alive. Oh. You're pissed that I didn't contact you? I was locked up, Duncan, for years. You're a cop. Why didn't you come looking for me? You think I didn't? I tried everything. You were completely off the grid. The information finally sinks in, and he dials back the attitude. And now I understand why. Locked up, huh? Shit. A range of emotions play across Wu's face. He stares at the ground for some time before finally looking back up at you with a heavy sigh. Wow, I don't know how to process that one right now. He shakes his head. I don't know if we're still alive tomorrow. We can talk about this more. This shit is too much. We're marooned on this island, hunted by cops, my partner's dead, Raymond is missing, and we're about to go see a crime lord about erasing our goddamn identities. And as a bonus, our only allies are a pair of teeny criminals who would kill us if they could so they didn't have to deal with us. He rubs his head viciously. Well, this has been a really long episode, and I guess my voice is getting a little tired, but I just feel like we've got to get to a stopping point soon. Listen, Mark, back in the Barrens, whenever I was out of control, you just handled the situation, remember? With Carter gone, I'm just a raw nerve. I'm afraid I'm going to slip back and people are going to start getting hurt again. I got your back, Duncan. I got the lead, Duncan, just like I used to. He stares at you hard, like he's trying to see something inside your head. Then he checks his weapon. Cocks and locks. Back to business. Good. Now let's go meet that triad woman and get our damn sins burned. I want to rip off the bandage as fast as I can. Okay, free movement. I got a ton of level up points, karma here. I'm going to spend them on the next episode. Right now, I'm just going to save the game. Fresh slot. Make sure everything's working. Okay, so that wraps up episode 3, and I'll see you next time on Smuggle Fist Games.